Welcome to Old Fox Racing PlayStation. Has been a while since we had replays, as we've been playing Assetto Corsa most of the time, which does not allow for replays of online races. But now we're back to Project Cars 2, and this is round 1 of the GT Vintage Championship with the Nissan GT Vintage. What an amazing car! At the Japanese circuit of Sakitto in the national layout. That's a shorter layout compared to the full circuit. We are here in round 1, and this is the first race. We will do race 1 and 2 in the same replay for a change. We have 11 drivers, and some of the usual suspects are still around here. Pole position is for Dale Taylor with Liam Charnley on the front row. Second row, it's Simon Allen and Diogo Almeida. Third row, Darren Head and Gonçalo Mota. Fourth row, it is Diogo Silva. And we also have a new joiner in this group. Always good to see new joiners in Old Fox Racing PlayStation. It's Matty Oliver in 8th place. Then it's Kev Allen, David Emge and John Scott. Look at how close the cars are to each other. We hope that this is not going to generate any problems in turn 1 and especially in turn 2. This is the back straight. It's not the Sakitto start-finish line. So after the 130R corner we have a very tight right-hander, and we shall see how that is going to go. And look at this amazing Nissan Fairlady 240 ZG car, and what a start by Dale Taylor. Dale Taylor has made an amazing start, and in fact we are being told by race control that he is basically jumped the start. So Dale Taylor already is miles ahead of everyone. But look at this. This is the braking area into turn 2, and everyone seems to have got through it. Nicely done. That's Simon Allen up into second place. Nice work by Simon Allen. Liam Charnley in third. Fourth is Darren Head. Then is Diogo Silva. Also good start for him. And Diogo Almeida in 6th place. Gonçalo Mota has had a poor start. Is in 7th place. But look at this. Everyone behaving very nicely. A bit of running wide there in the middle section of this Sakitto National. A bit of some cuts in there. Now this is the worst part of this circuit. It's this chicane that we have here for absolutely no reason. You can see that some drivers are very tempted to cut it, but it's lap 1 out of 15. It's a relatively short lap around here, and we have an emerging battle there for second place between Simon Allen and Liam Charnley with let's see if Dale Taylor is actually going to go to pit lane or not for his drive-through. He's got that number 72 car, and he's not going for oh, look at this. Liam Charnley on the inside of Simon Allen. This is for second place, and Liam Charnley is going to go on the inside line. Almost contact there, and look at this. Darren Head is a very, very close spectator to this battle as well. Nice battle here. Nice battle there at the back between and Liam Charnley runs wide. Liam Charnley runs wide, and Darren Head is going to say thank you very much. A bit of contact there, and almost contact as well with Diogo Silva. And Dale Taylor has gone off. Dale Taylor has gone off. Dale Taylor has gone off. Simon Allen is the new leader. Look at the close racing. We have Simon Allen, Darren Head now in second. Look at Liam Charnley completely cutting the corner there. So did Diogo Silva. But look at this. It's like a massive scramble here with two yellow cars. Both of them are number 84. And look at Liam Charnley completely. Well, a little bit too much cutting there of the track. No track limits in Old Fox Racing PlayStation. We let them race. This is a little bit too much, although it is the same for everyone. And now look at this. We have a bit of contact there. I believe it was who was it? Well, everyone, it was Diogo Almeida. I believe Diogo Almeida has had a problem. He probably ran wide. We kind of missed a bit of the action, so we will see. Oh, it was actually Gonçalo Mota that ran wide. Actually, let's look at the chase camera on this one, because I have a suspicion that something happened between these two drivers. There's Gonçalo Mota. Oh, no contact actually between the two. They both just run wide. The two yellow cars continue to press on with Diogo Silva very close to Liam Charnley. In fact, he's going to try and go for the pass, and here comes Diogo Silva on the inside. That's the yellow car on the inside. Gonçalo Mota is trying to make it 3 wide or go through the middle, which is not very advisable. There is Liam Charnley running wide. Diogo Silva. Oh, and Liam Charnley now moves across the track, and Diogo Silva takes the inside line into turn 2. I think this is going to be a job done, and Liam Charnley now is left defending from Gonçalo Mota. This is the battle. Ooh, and multiple contacts. And Joe Almeida also contact. There was a bit of a concertina effect. Let's go back to the race lead as Simon Allen continues to lead this race from Darren Head. We are on lap 3 out of 15, still plenty of racing to go. That number 3 of Simon Allen is now in the lead, but let's look at the battle for third place as Diogo Silva takes, wow, a completely cut across line there. That very poorly located chicane, but this is where the action is right now. These two yellow cars are not done with one another, I'm sure, as Diogo Silva continues to be in third place, followed by Liam Charnley, followed by Gonçalo Mota, followed by Diogo Almeida, and then it's Kev Allen up into 7th place. Look at this, Liam Charnley is going to go for it, surely he's going to go for it. There goes Diogo Silva, and they are side by side. No, they are not side by side, but very close to. Oh, Diogo Silva runs wide there. Diogo Silva runs wide. Here comes Liam Charnley for third place. Not the best located cameras in here, but Liam continues to be in fourth. Let's have a look at other action as at the tail end of this pack. That's Kev Allen in 7th place. Nicely done there by Kev after not the greatest qualifying, but is right up there with the leading pack. Then is John Scott, which then has David Emge in 9th place. Dale Taylor, by the way, he has taken his drive-through, and Matthew Oliver is in 11th spot. He's also spinning and in the opposite direction. Or is he? No, he's in the right direction now. Let's go back to the race leaders and see what's going on, as Darren Head is now much closer to Simon Allen. Another lap is in the books. Let's look at the pace of the leaders, 16.5, 16.8. But look at the chaser, 16.4, 16.6 for Diogo Silva and Liam Charnley, as they continue to be nose to tail with Gonçalo Mota and Diogo Almeida, and at the back there, that is running wide there, Kev Allen. So the top 7 have completely checked out. Diogo Silva has made a mistake. Diogo Silva has made a mistake there. Diogo Silva has made a mistake in that number 84 and just got passed by the other number 84. Diogo Silva just completely outbraked himself in turn 2. Liam Charnley returns to the podium position, says thank you very much, and now the game is on again. These two yellow cars surely not done with one another, as now Diogo Silva is starting to defend from Gonçalo Mota in 5th place. The leaders are separated by now more than a second, and look at this, the yellow car in front always tends to cut the chicane. In this case it was Liam Charnley that cut it, as we are going to look at Gonçalo Mota and Diogo Silva very close to one another there, as they battle for 4th place. Then is Diogo Almeida, then is Kev Allen, and then is John Scott. John Scott already 10 seconds behind Kev Allen, so clearly the top 7 have completely checked out, as Liam Charnley now, and look at this, Diogo Silva and Gonçalo Mota continue to battle there, as and contact between the two of them, contact between Diogo Silva and Gonçalo Mota spins. Contact between the two at the chicane. We are going to have another look at that one and figure out what on earth happened here, as it seems to me that Gonçalo Mota was trying to go around the outside of Diogo Silva in turn 2, and the two made contact. So we'll see what on earth happened here. We're going through 130R. which is turn 1 in this national circuit. Diogo Silva a little bit out of shape there. Goes to one side of the track, brakes, and Gonçalo Mota was trying to brake later than Diogo Silva, and the two made contact there in the chicane. Now Gonçalo Mota has dropped back to 7th place effectively. Kev up into 6th. So a bit of a misunderstanding there at the chicane as Diogo Silva was trying to go defensive and Gonçalo Mota on the outside of turn 2 and ended up making contact in the process. Gonçalo Mota down into 7th place. Diogo Silva has not lost the position, he is still in 4th. And Liam Charnley is actually much closer as well to Darren Head somehow. So Liam Charnley, the last lap was, well, what matters is probably this lap, as Liam completes the lap, and it's going to be possibly a good one. Yes, the leaders have lost a bit of ground, 0.5 of a second to be more precise. Let's go trackside again, and with leader Simon Allen, he has not led every lap because Dale Taylor has led the opening lap, but Simon Allen has led since then. Let's keep an eye on Gonçalo Mota as he's got a lot of pace. He's 3 seconds behind Kev Allen, but still more than half of the race to go. Simon Allen, Darren Head, Liam Charnley, Diogo Silva up into 4th, up into 5th is Joe Almeida. Good to see him back as well. 6th is Kev Allen. 7th is Gonçalo Mota. He's just behind Kev, and he's just no, he's it was actually Kev Allen, the one that did a massive cut there through this second Degner curve. Then it's John Scott. Gonçalo Mota has lost more. No, Liam Charnley. I'm sorry, something happened to Liam Charnley that we have not seen, and he was in 3rd place. Now he's no longer in 3rd place, and he is ahead of Kev Allen. But yes, and this is what happened at the chicane on lap 7. Well, he did cut the chicane quite a bit. Diogo Silva also cut the chicane, so did Diogo Almeida, but at least they were kind of avoiding action, but clearly track limits not being very respected by a number of drivers today. Liam Charnley goes down into 6th, just ahead of Gonçalo Mota, just behind Kev Allen. Kev Allen up into 5th place from not the greatest qualifying. That's quite a good race. Let's go back to the race leaders because they are closer to one another now. Darren Head and Simon Allen. Darren Head and Simon Allen continue to lead this race. 3rd is now Diogo Silva, less than a second ahead of, well, more or less a second ahead of Diogo Almeida, but Diogo Silva clearly losing time now. 1:17.245 is not the greatest lap, and he's lost quite a bit of ground there to the two leaders that now seem to be checking out a little bit more. Let's go back and look for battles. Liam Charnley is now ahead of Kev Allen, so Liam Charnley, nice job there, starting to recover after that incident right here on the previous lap. Let's have a look at where is Gonçalo Mota. He's done the 1:24, which is not the lap where he was involved in that incident with Diogo Silva. This should be the following lap. So I'm wondering if something happened that we have not seen. So we're going to rewind a little bit here. Is well, he's crossed the line with a 1:24, which is almost 10 seconds slower, well, 8 seconds slower than the leader. So we're going to have to see what else happened. He has lost a bit more time. He has not lost a position. He's still in 7th spot. However, he has lost a bit of time. And this may have been the lap of the incident. I'm not so sure. Or was it? I'm not entirely sure what happened here. And yes, it is. No, this is a separate incident. This is a separate incident where he, on his own, he missed the braking point there in turn 2. And this has happened to other drivers. He was braking way too late. The tires are not in a good condition. He just hits the barrier. No reset button allowed now in Old Folks Racing PlayStation. And he rejoins and continues to be in 7th place, but has lost a bit more time now. John Scott, good to see him back as well in that Yokohama livery in 8th place. 9th is Dale Taylor, the man that, remember, started on the pole position of this race. And 10th is David Emge. Oh, David Emge has actually retired from this race, so we don't have... Do we still have Matty Oliver? We have Matty Oliver. He's running a lap down already. Still getting used to Project Cars 2. He's running a lap down, but still running. In fact, he's going to most likely get 10th place right now by overtaking David Emge, who is sitting in the pit lane. Let's see if that's the case. Yes, it is. And almost losing it there, Matty Oliver. But now up into the top 10. Let's go back to the race leader and oh no, he's spinning. Matty Oliver again losing control there in turn 1. We've seen a bit of that as well with other drivers. This car is not the easiest car to control, but it seems to be very easy for the two race leaders because they're absolutely checking out of any other driver. And I have to say, Simon Allen and Darren Head so far seem to me some of the most respectful drivers in terms of track limits, at least in that chicane. So good to see the drivers in front giving the example on driving etiquette, and they've not really battled wheel to wheel so far in this race, but they've been consistently under a second of a gap between the two. Simon Owen has not been under real pressure. I'm not entirely sure why the game just changes to the onboard camera in this particular corner. They've not really battled wheel to wheel. Seems like they're saving their energy for the last few laps. 6 laps to go the next time they cross the line. So we'll keep an eye on the difference, on the gap between the two. Third is Diogo Silva, now running on his own. The gap to Diogo Almeida was the second the last time we had checked. Now has grown to 2.5 seconds. Fourth is Diogo Almeida, doing a good race there. Fifth is Liam Charnley, and he has been amazingly quick, but really that incident at the chicane has really killed his race because he had to wait for a few drivers to go through, but well, he continues to have the same aggressive line around that chicane. Let's have a quick look at the lap time. Look at the last lap time, 1:16.718. He's faster than everyone but the two leaders. 6th is Kev Allen. Kev Allen is at number 72 Datsun livery. Liam Charnley, by the way, has just crossed the line as well, and he's done a 1:17.280. Not the greatest lap there for Liam, and he seems to be losing a little bit of time. Dennis Gonçalves Mota running on his own now after that incident in turn 2. Dennis Del Taylor up into 8th place, so Del Taylor has overtaken John Scott. Let's look at the two leaders again, because and Simon Allen runs wide there in the Degner curve, loses a few tenths of a second. Is this enough for Darren Head to get the momentum back, as now tire wear starts becoming a little bit of a problem in this race? Races in Old Folks Racing PlayStation, of course, are sprint races of around 20 minutes. We will have a second race right after this, but it seems to be quite well, quite a mature attitude there by these two drivers. They seem to be trying to manage their tires, manage their car, go around as fast as possible without losing time with one another. But I wonder if Darren Head has anything to give in these last few laps in terms of perhaps a little bit more aggression to try to get to that lead of this race. This is of course the opening round of the GT Vintage Championship. We are going to have 10 races, 5 rounds with this car. Here Sakitto is the opening round, and it seems that Simon Allen is actually more or less under control, because Darren Head has not been able to get into a position where, oh, and look at this, is completely messed up that second Degner curve. So losing a little bit more time, and now 1.5 seconds starts becoming comfortable territory for Simon Allen, as they're going to have to lap someone else, which I believe is Matthew Oliver. Yes, it is. So Matthew Oliver in that number 9 doing his debut in Old Folks Racing PlayStation. He is running, and we definitely like seeing drivers running to the end, even if their pace may be a bit slower compared to other drivers. It's all about really doing the laps, but Matthew Oliver is going to get lapped by the leaders in this race. And where are the leaders? They are coming behind. They're coming behind in turn 2 there, as Darren Head now is well, oh, and Simon Allen all over. No, that was Matthew Oliver. I'm sorry, the liveries are quite similar. So let's see if Matthew Oliver is actually going to make life easier for the two leaders. But I was saying that now Simon Allen is becoming a bit comfortable, as Matthew Oliver is a little bit all over the place there in that Degner curve, and Simon Allen has now lost. Simon Allen has almost lost it, and this was nothing to do with Matty. It was just Simon losing it, and Darren Head all of a sudden, oh, and Matty has lost it now. He has spun, but fortunately it is actually allowed the leaders to go through quite nicely there. As now Darren Head, this is the opportunity that he wanted with the 3 laps to go at the line. He will be able to make a move now. He's very close. He is lining up a move surely, either at turn 1 or turn 2. This is absolutely incredible. This is wheel-to-wheel racing now in the last 3 laps of this race, as Simon Allen still leads this lap. But Darren Head surely is going to try something either here or in turn 2. Simon Allen is going defensive already. Simon Allen going defensive into turn 1. Nicely done there. Now he's going on the inside of turn 2, as Darren had no space, absolutely no space to make a move there. Of course, oh, and Darren had nicely done there. Oh, it was a bit of an over-under move, but almost succeeded there at tricking Simon Allen into the outside line and then coming on the inside. This is absolutely brilliant stuff, and this is actually allowing also Diogo Silva to close on both of them, although the gap is still 2.7 seconds, only 2 laps to go at the line, so it is a little bit tricky. But of course, if they start losing time with one another, Darren Head and Simon Allen, surely this opens up the possibility of a 3-way battle for the lead of this race. By the way, change of position that we haven't seen is that Gonçalo Mota is up into 6th place. Kev Allen has dropped to 7th, but now we are just going to follow the last couple of laps with the 2 leaders, as Simon Allen and Darren Head are absolutely battling it out for the win here at Sakitto National Circuit. Only 2 laps to go, and remember, a lap is just 1 minute and 15 seconds more or less, as Darren Head is a little bit off of shape there in turn 1, the 130-yard corner. And this time no move whatsoever for the lead here in this very twisty section. Now is back to the normal circuit layout, as by the way, Diogo Silva is now losing time, 3.2 seconds. Sounds like this is going to be between Simon Allen and Darren Head. We'll keep an eye on any other position changes, although it does seem to be more or less stable throughout the field from 3rd to 10th. The big action is right here at the front, and now they are going to start the final lap of this race. coverage of race 2 will immediately follow this broadcast that number 3 now has one more lap to go. This wasn't the ideal line there through the spoon curve. It's a very tricky corner, particularly with this car. Darren Head has one last chance now to make a dive now in turn 1 or turn 2. He is too far behind. He is too far behind in turn 1. Can he do it? In turn 2, Simon Allen takes the line. He has got, well, he's too far behind Darren Head. He's too far behind Simon Allen if he does not miss the breaking point, which he doesn't. But look at this, Darren Head almost got a good lunge out of there, not quite, and they are going to go through the Degner section now for the final time. This is a little bit tricky to overtake here, but not impossible. Then Darren Head, look at this, Darren Head all over the place there, trying to go there on the outside, a little bit tricky, but now can he do anything at the entry of the chicane? I think Simon Allen has this one covered, but the important thing is, oh, and Darren Head loses a little bit of time there through the chicane. It seems to me that he's lost the last opportunity, which is to just dive here in the spoon curve. It seems that's going to be Simon Allen, but of course the spoon curve is a very tricky corner. Any gap that Simon Allen leaves open for Darren Head is going to be taken, but no gap appears, and now the checkered flag is in the air, and Simon Allen is going to be your winner of race 1, round 1. Simon Allen, followed by Darren Head, less than 3/10 of a second. Third is Diogo Silva. Fourth is Diogo Almeida. Fifth is Liam Charnley, that had some very good pace, but a couple of errors there. Gonçalo Mota is in sixth place. Seventh is going to be Kev Allen. Eighth is going to be Dale Taylor, and Dale Taylor had amazing pace, but that drive-through really killed this race. Ninth is going to be John Scott. And 10th is going to be Matthew Oliver, completing his first race at the Old Fox Racing PlayStation. This has been an amazing opening round and opens the appetite, of course, for race number 2, which we are going to cover right away. So we will not do two separate videos as usual, trying this new format that covers both races just in one go. Simon Allen, Darren Head, Diogo Silva were the 3 drivers on the podium in race 1. Let's go to race 2. Same circuit, same car. You can see there the layout of, well, we cannot see anything right now, but here it is. It's just half of the Sakitto circuit, which of course is an imperfect representation of Suzuka circuit, probably not allowed in Project Cars 2 for licensing reasons, but the whole circuit is very similar to Suzuka, with a few tweaks here and there, particularly after the Degner section. We have no hairpin, is the most obvious difference from the actual Suzuka circuit. This is just a shorter layout and more suitable for the close racing that we have with this type of car. Now race 2, we have a completely different grid. Darren Head is the man on pole position, followed by Diogo Silva, followed by Dale Taylor. Again, good performance in qualifying. Hopefully this time he will convert it to a good performance in the race. Then is Diogo Almeida in 4th. 5th is Simon Allen, the winner of race 1, only 5th. What can he do from 5th place? 6th is Gonçalo Mota. Then is Liam Charnley. In 7th, he will have the race pace surely. 8th is Kev Allen. Again, not the greatest qualifying, but he tends to do better in the races. 9th is John Scott. 10th is Matthew Oliver. And 11th is David Emke. So now be at the edge of your seat as we go through the start of this race. The Nissan Fairlady GTS car, and Darren Head has made an amazing start, and I think that he has not jumped the start. Diogo Silva is trying to hold on to that second place, but is under pressure from Dale Taylor. Dale Taylor in third as Darren Head approaches the 130R corner, and everyone else closely behind. A few drivers running wide. Let's see if there is any contact or if everything goes well here through turn 2. There is a bit of contact there at the back between, I believe, it's Diogo Almeida and Dale Taylor. Diogo Almeida was trying to go on the outside of the South African driver. It didn't quite work. Dale Taylor maintains the position. And look at Matthew Oliver in 7th place. and some drivers there running wide there, and there's a driver, and I believe it's Gonçalo Mota again caught in an incident. We'll get a replay of what happened here. It seems that, well, I'm not sure. I'd rather watch the replay before I make any comment. He ended up in the gravel, and he seems to be tapped by another driver, and it seems to me it might be rookie Matthew Oliver, who was, well, had an amazing start. In fact, we are going to rewind a bit more and look at Matthew Oliver's start, because it was quite the start. He starts from 10th. There you go. Let's have a look at Matthew Oliver's start. Starting from 10th place, ahead of him is John Scott. John Scott, not the greatest start there. That number 99, Matthew Oliver, on the inside of turn 1. He's surely going to take the corner. Now he's up into 9th place. The pack is tightly bunched there through the first corner. A little bit tricky to run side by side there. There goes Liam Charnley. There goes also Kev Allen. He goes through the middle, and that was a good move there by Matthew Oliver. A bit of contact there with Liam Charnley, a bit of pushing and shoving, which is very normal with this type of car. He's up into 7th place. Did he just get slightly overexcited with this start? And oh, it seems to me that was the case, because he clearly missed the braking point there. And Gonçalo Mota, the innocent victim there, as Kev Allen overtakes Matthew Oliver, who is now down into 8th place. Let's go back to the race lead here, as we had already an incident in the first lap, and Darren Head is going to lead the opening lap. He has not led a lap yet in this championship. In fact, only Simon Allen and Del Taylor have led so far, but this comes now the opportunity for Darren Head to lead a lap. And look at this, there's a big scramble there between Diogo Almeida and Simon Allen. Kev Allen, by the way, has had a problem, because surely he's lost time. We'll get a replay of what happened to Kev Allen. In fact, let's have that replay right now, as he dropped into 10th spot. Kev Allen dropped into 10th spot, and I believe something must have happened probably at the spoon curve, would be my intuition. Here, yes, it was at the spoon curve. He just runs wide. The question is, did he do it on his own, or did he have any help? Look at these old drivers here. Absolutely. Oh, did he get tapped from? Well, it seems to me that he got a tap from none other than rookie Matty Oliver, but we'll actually have to confirm that. In fact, he certainly got a little bit out of shape in he certainly got out of shape in spoon curve. Let's have a look at what happened here. Yes, he got a little bit of a tap, not huge, but enough to put him out of shape. Now he tries to come back. Oh, he just overdrove it there through the last part of spoon curve, and now he's in the gravel. He was completely outside of the racing line and ends up down into 10th place. I'm sure that Kev Allen will recover a few positions, but let's see. Let's keep an eye on his race, as Diogo Silva under pressure from Del Taylor, and also Simon Allen putting pressure on Diogo Almeida. These are some good battles here, and Darren Head has not been able to check out. So look at the top 6 are absolutely nose to tail, 3 by 3. Let's have a closer look at Diogo Almeida there, Simon Allen and Liam Charnley, as we suspected, also with pretty good race pace, at least on this opening lap. Simon Allen clearly thinks that he's got the pace to fight at the front. It's just so difficult to pass cleanly in this circuit with this car. You are almost dependent on an error of the driver in front. And look at this. This is Diogo Almeida running a little bit wide. Liam Charnley is all over the place at the back of Simon Allen. Also Del Taylor is all over the place. Let's have a look at Simon Allen, because this seems to be very close here. That number 3 under severe pressure from Liam Charnley, and Simon Allen just keeping the car in the middle of the track. No possibility there, but Diogo Silva also under pressure from Del Teller, and well, a lot of pressure but no actual overtaking moves is what's going on in here, at least in the first 2 laps. And look at Simon Allen now all over the place, all over the back of Diogo Almeida, and Liam Charnley, who was so close to Simon Allen, now it's a little bit further back, but the top 6 are absolutely nailing it. They opened a gap of, well, 6 seconds already from the 8th place, 7th place driver, who is John Scott. Look at this, Diogo Almeida all over the place there at the chicane, and surely this is opportunity for Simon Allen. Simon Allen now going on the outside of Spoon Curve. This is not a very obvious overtaking maneuver there by Simon Allen, but he's going to try to run side by side, and he's done it. Did he do it? Yes! This was some good driving there by Simon Allen. Simon Allen, the winner of race 1. Nice move there in Spoon Curve. Here comes Liam Charnley now. He wants to follow Simon Allen into that 5th position. Diogo Almeida trying to still recover that 4th position from Simon Allen as they all go nose to tail. Diogo Silva has completely outbraked himself, but fortunately manages not to lose it. Del Teller in 3rd, 4th is now Simon Allen, 5th is Diogo Almeida, 6th is Liam Charnley. Let's have a quick look at the rest of the field. As we saw in the other race, a group of drivers clearly checking out from the rest of the field. Oh, Liam Charnley, sorry, this is Liam Charnley now all over the place, all over the back, sorry, of Diogo Almeida. A bit tricky to make moves here at the chicane. Let's quickly move through the field. 7th place is John Scott running on his own. 8th is Gonçalo Mota. After that opening lap incident, he has good pace, and certainly he seems to be able to catch up to John Scott. The question is, after that already 8 seconds to the leading group. 9th is David Emge, 10th is Kev Allen, and 11th is well, despite that good start, is Matthew Oliver. Let's go back to, oh, look at this, look at this. Diogo Silva is on the lead of the race. Something happened to Darren Head, and we are going to try to find out why. Look at this side by side racing there. But let's rewind a little bit and find out what happened. How did they end up side by side as Darren Head? Oh, Diogo Silva actually took the lead of the race. We missed that move for the lead. And where did this happen? This happened on the 4th lap. Oh, it's Darren Head completely, well, Darren Head out of shape in the chicane, completely out of shape, and Diogo Silva just says thank you very much and takes the lead of this race. Now what we'll see is that in a few corners time, what will happen is that Darren Head is going to retake that lead. So let's watch this. Through the Spoon Curve they go nose to tail at the end of lap 4. And now Darren had nice exit there. Diogo Silva a little bit wide, and Darren is having none of it, and he wants that lead back. It's so much easier when you lead this race. And Darren is going to go on the inside there of the 130 aircraft. They run side by side, but clearly the outside line is not as good. And Del Teller is trying to follow Darren Head into 2nd place, and he does, or he does not. No, he does not. He was on the outside, a little bit tricky there on the outside. Simon Allen was trying to use that. Oh, all over the place is Del Teller. But what a race we're having here, with Darren Head now coming back into the lead, but the top 6 are separated by basically 3 seconds, but the top 5 are separated by less than 2. Liam Charnley has lost a little bit of time there. We didn't see what happened, but Darren Head is leading the race. But oh boy, what an amount of action here behind him. And Liam Charnley still, he has not lost a lot of time, but he has lost maybe half a second to Diogo Almeida. Another lap is in the books. This is going to be a completion of lap 5. And look at this, Simon Allen is now on the inside of Del Teller. Simon Allen is on the inside of Del Teller. And Del Teller potentially is going to lose 3rd place here. Or is he? No, he's not. Simon Allen is, had a good run, but now Del Teller is absolutely going defensive there. and no way for, there's absolutely no space for Simon Allen. Look at this, Diogo Silva a little bit slow there through the first corner. Del Teller running wide, and now Simon Allen is going to come, and Simon Allen, oh, contact there between it's Del Teller and Diogo Almeida. We are going to see what happened there, and I think Del Teller is the driver that has lost the most time there, and he's coming back to the race. He's in 6th place still, but we'll have a replay of this incident. Seems to me that Del Teller runs wide in turn 1 and then comes back to the racing line, collects Diogo Almeida, but we shall see. Oh, he just clips the grass. I think that's the problem, isn't it? But we'll see what's happened here. He's 230R, and he thinks he's got the run. He got completely out of shape there in the curb. Got contact with Simon Allen. Diogo Almeida, the instant victim there. No, well, he has to reverse now. Yes, he's got to reverse. It didn't work otherwise. It seems to me all a succession of racing incidents as Del Teller got out of shape in the curb, was collected by Simon Allen that had nowhere to go, and then went into the grass and came into the path of Diogo Almeida. Seems to me seems to be what happened there. Now Del Teller is well, oh, look at this nice battle here shaping up as John Scott gets caught by Gonçalo Mota, and Gonçalo Mota also can see the 6th place driver now as well. But what this puts is Simon Allen in contention now, because look at this, he's under a second from the lead with Diogo Silva between him and Darren Head. The top 3 are the same as in race 1, except that Simon Allen is not leading. He's in 3rd. Gonçalo Mota is now catching up with John Scott. That number 99 Del Teller is trying to check out from these 2 drivers. So keep an eye on the gaps between the top 5. Diogo Almeida has lost a bit of time. Liam Charnley had lost a little bit of time. Now the top 3 are all in their own group, separated by less than a second, and this is the group in question. It seems to me that Simon Allen is closer to Diogo Silva in 2nd place than Diogo Silva is to race leader Darren Head. So Simon Allen very strong at this point. Let's keep an eye on the battle there between Gonçalo Mota and John Scott. John Scott just runs wide. John Scott runs wide there at the Dagner curve. Gonçalo Mota up into 7th, and now can he go and get 6th? He's been very, very quick. 1:16.680. That's as fast as 3rd place man. Oh, and there's a driver there. That's I believe Matthew Oliver. Yes, it is Matthew Oliver running in 11th place. Kev Allen, by the way, has not recovered that well from that incident earlier. He's still in 10th. Let's go back to the race lead, as the top 3 now, as we can see on the screen, are in their own group. Darren Head, Diogo Silva and Simon Allen. 4th is Diogo Almeida, and is this a change of position? No, but Diogo Almeida is under pressure from Liam Charnley. Battle for 4th place. Del Teller has lost 7 seconds in that incident a couple of laps ago. Gonçalo Mota is only a second, well, almost 2 seconds behind him, but still in the mix for potentially 6th place. Liam Charnley has opened a gap of 8 seconds from Del Teller. So a little bit trickier for Gonçalo Mota, even with this very quick pace, to go and challenge for the top 5, as the top 3 are now nose to tail, and we are going to see the lap times now. Completion of lap 8, 7 to go. So we are in the second half of this race 2, round 1, 1:16.100 for Darren Head, 1:16.071, almost identical times. But look at Simon Allen, he's done a 1:15.765. That's absolutely... Oh, Darren Head is almost lost it there, almost lost it. Did he lose it? Yes, he did lose it, but he did not lose the position. This was amazing car control by Darren Head, but he now has some very quick drivers just on his tail. Darren Head almost lost it. In fact, these three drivers are looking as if they're almost losing it. Simon Allen, he clearly needs to start making moves right now if he wants to challenge again for the win of this race. Only 6 laps to go at the line, and the three drivers in front are absolutely close to one another. We'll keep an eye on other battles. We have another battle here between well, Gonçalo Mota has not really checked out from John Scott, so keep an eye on that battle. But now let's see, look at this, Darren Head again, another lap is going to be in the books, and Diogo Silva is close but not close enough to make a move. Simon Allen made a mistake there in the last corner, now lost a little bit of time. Let's look at the lap times. 1:17 flat for Darren Head, 1:17.158 for Diogo Silva, 1:17.180. This is the result of very close racing and Darren almost losing it. The result is that everyone is basically going slower. The good news is that other drivers are not particularly faster. Joe Almeida is in 4th place, but putting a lot of pressure being put by Liam Charnley there. We'll keep an eye on this battle as well, because 4th place is definitely not a foregone conclusion. 6th is Del Taylor running on his own. 7th is Gonçalo Mota, which has now checked out a little bit more, and we have a battle between Kev Allen and David Emge. Kev Allen up into 9th place. Let's go back to the race leaders. Another lap is going to be completed. Diogo Silva is trying to get close to Darren Head, but what he did here is to completely mess it up in the chicane, and now he's vulnerable to an attack by Simon Allen. The question is, who can make a clean move with this car and this circuit? It's just so difficult to outbrake the driver in front here at Sakitto National. As we are now on lap 10, Diogo Silva has made another mistake. And this is prime territory for Simon Allen. Can he actually make a move in turn 1? Let's see. The three drivers are now going through 130 yards. The first, second, and third. Simon Allen, is he close enough? He's going to go on the inside. The inside of Diogo Silva is going to go inside, and he's going to go for it, and he's done it. Simon Allen has done it. Simon Allen is up into 2nd place, and now it's a new edition of the same battle we had in race 1, except that Darren Head is leading the race. But what a move there by Simon Allen. Absolutely clean overtake in turn 2 on the inside. Diogo Silva drops to 3rd, but this is absolutely not over. We'll keep an eye now on Liam Charnley, by the way, has overtaken Diogo Almeida. We're going to rewind and see how that move was done. As it happened while we were watching the leaders, as Liam Charnley had already started the lap in 4th place, so this probably happened the previous lap. We'll keep an eye for any other changes in position, and it's interesting that took a while. Oh, it's at the chicane again. It was, yes, you can see here the replay. Diogo Almeida just a little bit too hot there at the chicane, and Liam Charnley with more momentum ends up getting that 4th spot. Let's run through the field here on the replay of lap 10. This is Del Taylor. Again, good qualifying, but in the race a couple of issues there that have put him in 6th place. Gonçalo Mota has lost a little bit of pace, actually. He's done on the last lap a 1:17.959, not particularly quick, and John Scott continues to be very close to him. Let's see what happens here at the end of lap 10, and it is well, it's a 1:17.959 because I think that in any case what we're seeing is the latest lap. He remains in 7th. 8th is John Scott. 9th is Kev Allen. Kev Allen has checked out from David Emge. David Emge in 10th, and not in 11th, retired from the race is Matty Oliver, I believe. So we have 10 runners again in this race. Now the situation is that number 23, with 4 laps to go, is leading the race, Darren Head, but Simon Allen is trying to do the same as he did to Diogo Silva, and it looks like he's got a great exit from Spoon Curve. We are now having a view of the pit lane for some reason, but almost looks like the Automobilista 2 camera issues. But somehow looks as if he's in contention to win this race. He just needs to find a way around Darren Head with now 3 laps to go at the line, and Darren Head seems to be struggling for pace here, as both of the drivers behind seem to be faster, and Darren is trying to control the car and to control the pace and the race, just make that car as wide as possible and not make any mistakes. He's made a mistake there, he's made a mistake, and he's going to spin, oh, Darren Head is going to spin, and the others have to take avoiding action, and Darren does not lose 3rd place, but wow, he went in a little bit too hot. Liam Charnley is very close to him. We'll get a replay of this key move, because I think this was the decision of the race. Diogo Silva, seems to me, he had to take a lot of avoiding action. He lost a little bit of time there as well, so Simon Allen could go for a 2nd win into race. So he just clips the curb, he's going too hot, he's already out of shape, and he just spins there. And let's look at the 2 leaders now. Where are they? It's well, almost a second between the 2. Simon Allen, lap 12, 3 laps to go. He is going to be the 3rd different leader of this race after Darren Head, and Diogo Silva led for a single lap. But what a race we are having here at Sakitto. Simon Allen leads now from Diogo Silva, from Darren Head, from Liam Charnley, and Liam Charnley continues to be now pursued by no, we got this problem with the camera for some reason. Liam Charnley continues to be pursued by Diogo Almeida, and actually they're not that far behind Darren Head, so maybe you still see a race, a battle for 3rd spot. Del Taylor is still 6 seconds ahead of Gonçalo Mota, who in turn is 6 seconds ahead of John Scott, who is then 20 seconds, almost 30 seconds ahead of Kev Allen. And David Emge has gone a lap down, so we have 9 drivers on the lead lap. But let's see how Darren Head is going to react to this spin, because surely now his tires are a little bit messy. 2 laps to go. Diogo Silva is closer than in the previous lap. He's certainly going to clock a faster lap than Simon Allen, but Simon, seems to me, he's got the race under control. Let's look at the lap times in this lap number 13, 1:16.741, and Diogo Silva 1:16 flat. Darren Head, of course, well, Darren Head is slower, and he's also slower than the drivers behind him. So Darren has got a bit of work to do. Look at this. Liam Charnley all of a sudden can completely see. Oh, and Darren Head is again completely out of shape. Is going to lose that position. Yes, he is. And Liam Charnley is now in 3rd spot. Darren Head this time around outbraked himself. He was coming completely out of shape from turn 1. Diogo Almeida up into 4th spot. And Darren down into 5th. Can he recover? He's got only 1 lap. Look at this. The 2 drivers in front are really nose to tail, and Diogo Silva is clearly giving Simon Allen a run for his money. He just cannot find a way around. But this is going to be the start of the last lap. And look at this. The gap is just under 0.3 of a second. This is amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. Simon Allen going defensive there. Simon Allen going defensive at the entry of the last lap. It seems to me that Diogo is too far behind. Diogo is probably too far behind. Let's see in turn 2 if he can do anything. Doesn't look like it. He's just a little bit too far behind. Third is Liam Charnley. 4th is Diogo Almeida. 5th is Darren Head, who was leading most of this race. Disappointment there for Darren in these final stages. The gap is now increasing a little bit there. The gap is increasing now at the front, 0.5 of a second. Seems to me that Simon Allen has this more or less under control. Just a few more corners to go, just the chicane and the final two spoon curve sections. Last attempt, Diogo Silva was quick there through the chicane, but Simon Allen has got this covered, and that Diogo Silva can just dive bomb more precisely through the last two corners. No, that's not going to happen. Simon Allen is going to be a double winner of this round, race 1 and race 2. There you go, it's the checker flag in the air. Simon Allen wins, followed by Diogo Silva in second place. Third place is going to be Liam Charnley. Fourth place, Diogo Almeida. Fifth place, Darren Head. Good battle here at the end. Sixth place is going to be Dale Taylor. There he is to cross the line. Seventh is going to be Gonçalo Mota. Eighth is going to be John Scott. And the driver we have not seen that much, and will take the last few corners of this race with him. It's Kev Allen. A bit of a disappointment there in ninth place, not as good as in race 1, but there's still 8 more races to go in this championship. And Kev Allen, David Emge, is not sure if he has retired or crossed the line. I believe he's crossed the line, but we'll check that after this race. And there he is. Kev Allen is going to cross the line as well. 9 drivers on the lead lap, and it is again Simon Allen the winner, followed by Diogo Silva, followed by Liam Charnley in third place. This was coverage of round 1 of the GT Vintage Championship. We are back in Project Cars now at Old Fox Racing PlayStation, so we will have the weekly replay. So we shall see you next week. Bye bye.